What is up, guys? It is Dragon Vapes here yet again, sitting in my good old little apartment in Hurley, Mississippi. And today's the day. I promised it to you guys. We are going to do the review of the Smok T-Priv kit by, you guessed it, by Smok. And again, guys, Smok is one of the greatest brand names out there. They're an awesome company. They come out with new stuff all the time. They got the new X-Priv out. Hopefully I'm going to be scoring that soon, and I will be doing a review on that very, very soon. However, we're here for this. I know this is what you all wanted. I know I don't have a lot of subscribers yet, but eventually I will, and y'all are all going to see this thing. I did just drop that. Yes, that is what happens. So, let's just get right into it, why don't we? As you can see, it is the Smok T-Priv kit, and right here on the back it tells you all your little goodies that you get in here. The kit includes the T-Priv mod, the Baby Beast replacement coils, things of that nature, as well as the Big Baby. And yeah, spare parts. Let's see what it is. I'm just gonna open this up right here, take off our nice little sleeve, compressible if you want it to be for easy storage. Fancy. So, we're just gonna take that and throw it somewhere. Don't need that right now. We're gonna pop the top off of here. This is our top of the box. The best part about the entire thing. But then we have this beautiful thing, the Smok T-Priv. So in this kit again we have the Smok T-Priv. This is what it looks like. For all of you who don't know what it looks like, you got your two little buttons back here, and I do have to say these are nice and clicky, as well as this, really clicky. Don't know if y'all can hear that. Really, really nice. You got your screen up here, tells you all your information that you need to know, wattage, ohm, volts, battery life, all that good stuff. And we're going to be talking about this in a little bit more detail, but for right now we're going to get through the rest of this box. You have this little tab right up here. We're going to take this right here, right off of there. We've got our information kit that Smok gives with all their devices. Tells you all your specs and information that you need to know, safety stuff, all that good stuff. And then down in here we have our little beads that you get with all your packaging. Now, down in the bottom of the box you have your Big Baby, you have your replacement glass, you have your USB cables, things like that. And then, oh, what do we have here? We got our little goodies. We have little O-rings, we have a new coil for the Big Baby Beast, and if you look further down in there, of course, as almost all devices with Smok come, as long as they're a kit, they always come with these awesome little rubber bands to put around your tanks. I personally love them because I've got like 2 of my tanks completely wrapped in these things because it keeps your glass from breaking, personally. We're going to stick that back down in here, and we're going to pull out this Big Baby. See if we can fish it out of there. So we got our Big Baby Beast right here. I ended up getting the red version because that's what came with this particular T-Priv. Brand new, never been used, all that good stuff. Now, the difference between the Big Baby and the Baby Beast, of course, it's a bigger tank. Holds, if I remember correctly, it holds 5 milliliters of juice, and we'll get into that shortly. We'll be talking about how big and everything is, what it holds, what it can do, things like that. So, sorry if it sounds like I got a shake in my voice. It is cold as tits out here. So we got our little manual device here. It's got all your little pages that you need to know, verification, introduction, everything like that. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to talk about all the specs for you today. So with the T-Priv is 86 millimeters by 48 millimeters by 32. That's 86 by 48 by 32. For all you people wanting to know how big it is, that way you know what kind of tank you can put on it, things like that. So if you've got, I'd say with a 32 millimeter top here, you can fit up to a 30 and it looked pretty nice. 32 would sit kind of flush. I feel like it would have a little bit of overhang. But for like the video I posted yesterday, for things like the Mason 40, that thing is going to overhang by a lot. And by a lot, I mean like this right here is right on top of it. It's going to overhang a whole lot. It's a monster. But if you got things like the baby's gonna sit on there nice and flush. I'll go ahead and show y'all. For a lot of people who question what it's gonna look like, it sits on there nice and really pretty. It looks smooth, it's clean, it's really, really nice. And that might possibly be because the big baby is 56 by 24. Again, that is 56 millimeters by 24 millimeters. And it is a really, really awesome tank, guys. Besides the TFV12 Prince, the new one that they got out, I personally love the Big Baby Beast because of how small it is, but it also has the power that you need that's close to or even equivalent to the Prince in some cases, depending on what device you're vaping on. So we're going to pop this off here. Now, specifications about this. Besides the measurements, you've got this thing, it weighs 210 grams, guys. It can go from 6 watts to 220 watts, and you've got a lot of different settings on here. You can change the colors. It's got rainbow, red, blue, green, teal, magenta even. A lot of different settings. You can change how many puffs that you can do daily. So if you're trying to limit yourself on how much you vape, you can actually put a setting on here that stops you from being able to vape past, say, 200 puffs a day. I vape way more than that, so I have no limit on mine. Now, what else do we have? We have temperature control on this bad boy. That's right. The temperature control is absolutely amazing. You can go up to 600 degrees Fahrenheit or 315 degrees Celsius. As far as resistance range, if you're using variable wattage, you can go down to a 0.1 ohm and up to a 3 ohm. That's a really high ohm. Now, with temperature control, you can go down to a 0.06 for your temperature control for all you stainless steel and titanium guys out there. You can go all the way down to a 0.06 and again up to a to a 3. That's a really big jump, so you got a lot of playroom there to work with and do with what you will. Now, yes, like I said, it's cold as tits. I've got this little space heater over here running, and like in my last video, there's not going to be any editing. Everything you see is right off the card. I'm going off of my cell phone, guys. That's the thing that I'm working with right now is my cell phone to give these reviews to y'all. So I'm doing the best I can with what I have, and hopefully soon I'm going to be having a lot more gear to do these reviews, so it looks a lot cleaner and it looks a lot better. And that way I can deliver this stuff to you a whole nother level of awesome. So, see, what else do I need to touch on? Let's go with this. Rip Trippers, if you're watching this video, I'm getting this from you. This is not my property, the way he says this. Let's discuss the pros and cons of the T-Priv kit. Pros in my opinion, there's a lot of them, so let's just get started. There's a lot of things I didn't touch on, like this right here, the battery case. It's awesome, but I'm gonna go ahead and point out a con here, guys. I don't like this. I don't like how easy it is to just flange around. However, they made up for that with this Pro. It clicks in. You can't open it. No way, no how. Even if you're slinging it around, there's no way to open it. They made up for the slinging hinge that way. And if you look inside this battery casing here, I don't know if you can. I don't have the right kind of lighting for that. But inside this battery casing is really, really clean. Everything inside of it's super, super, super nice. You have your plastic covering right here. Everything's just done amazingly clean. Battery connections right here are super nice. It clicks in real nice and clean. So that they have a couple cons there, but they made up for it with the pros. Another con, in my personal opinion, is the screen. I personally don't like screens on the top of mods. Personally, just for those people who want to run something a little bit bigger. That's personal preference. I prefer the 510 to be right in the middle of the device to allow for pretty much anything you want on top of it without it looking too wonky and too huge on the device. Having a center 510 is just a lot more convenient in my opinion. But again, guys, that's personal preference. Some of y'all might like to have that on top of your device. I personally don't, so that's a con to me. Pros, because that's all the cons I got. That's all the cons I got, guys. The T-Priv is just, it's awesome. It's awesome. They pros with this device, the fact that the button's clicky. I love it. I love clicking buttons. I love it. It's great. You know it works. You know when you're firing it. I don't like those buttons that just don't click. I don't like them because you can't really tell if you're firing it or not. And even with these are your temperatures up and down buttons, and even these. Don't know if you can hear that, but they are clicking, guys. It's awesome. Another pro is the fact that it's Smok. What more can I say? It is Smok. Smok tech is amazing, guys. I'm going to post a link down in the description below for Smok's website for you to go and get one of these for yourself. Other than that, I think that's all I got. Now, big question of the day. If I lost this today, would I go out and buy another one tomorrow? And the answer is abso-freaking-lutely. This thing is the tits. I would 100% go get another one today if I lost it today. Without a doubt. Again, guys, this is Dragon Vapes coming to you from Hurley, Mississippi. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm going to leave links down in the description below. And